Within the past week, Bubble released what they call Bubble AI. They're touting that it's a quicker way to make your web apps. And in this video, I'm going to see how fast I can make an app from scratch using this new feature. Okay, let's start a Google timer. Go. We need to describe my app. Let's go AI image generator, generate my build guides. Okay, this is pretty cool. We need a user sign up and login page. Makes sense. Image generation interface, image gallery, prompt history. That's pretty cool that it knows we need that. Image sharing, subscription plans. Let's hit start first build. Okay, start building with these step-by-step instructions. They want me to set up the database, design the sign up page, design the login page, implement the sign up workflow, implement the login workflow, preview and test. For the user data type, they suggest name, profile picture, sign up date, last login date. They don't give us a way to generate an AI page like you do in the app. So I'm going to click Launch Editor. I don't know what app this is on my account. Maybe it's a new one. It is not a new one. So I'm going to create a new app from scratch. Let's go AI image generator. Start with basic features. It would be cool if you could instantly connect these to your database. Like I didn't have to do them manually. But they have copy buttons here. Let's go copy. Data. Create new field, name. Ooh, why does it go text? No. So that copy button isn't correct. It's a text. Let's go profile picture. I have to do it this way. Create new field, profile picture. It is an image. Sign up date, I don't need. I can use the create a date. Last login date, I can use. That is sometimes different than modify date if you use backend workflows. So let's create a new field. And this will be a date. All right, let me check this. Then we need to design a sign up page. So I'll use that add new page with AI. Let's go view more, sign in page, next. Let's go black and white, generate with AI. We saw in a previous video that this Bubble AI pages, it creates the same boilerplate template each time, no matter how you prompt it. The only things that seem to change are the images on the page, the fonts, the colors. Everything else is the same. I'm actually not a fan of this page. I think it has way too many things on it. So let's delete it and instead go add new page. I'm going to call it welcome. Double click on it, make it a column layout. Then go to components. Let's add this one onto the page. And then in the sign up button, add workflow. We're going to go account, sign the user up. Email will be input, email's value. Password will be input, password's value. Require a password confirmation. Input, password confirmation's value. We're going to add another field. Name equals input name's value. And then another action, navigation, go to page. And then we're going to create a new page. Actually, let's rename this page sign up. I'm going to change this to sign up. Then add a new page. Call this one login. Hit create. Change this to column. Rename this login. We're going to go components and then drag the login into the page. Click on the button. Add workflow. Go account. Log the user in. Email will be input. Email login's value. Password will be input, password login's value, and then we're going to go navigation, go to page, and create a new page. When the create a new account link is clicked, we can go to the page sign up, and on the sign up page, when the already have an account link is clicked, it can go to login. All right, that is done, that is done, that is done. Now we can preview and test. So on the sign up page, let's go to page index, and on that index page, let's add a text that says you are signed up. Okay, now on sign up, let's preview. Full name, Wes GPT, email, hey wesfrank@gmail.com. Password 12345, 12345, sign up. You are signed up. And if I go to data, app data, users, there's my new user. Okay, now we need an image generation interface. It says we may need a free or paid plugin for this feature. We need to add a new data type, and this is called generated image. So let's go to our app, data types, new data type, generated image, click create. That needs a field name of image. Simple enough. That is an image. There it is. It needs a prompt. Create new field, prompt. That is a text. It needs a generated date. That can be the created date. And then it needs a user. So I'm going to go create new field, user, and that field type is a user. Hit create. On the user data type, we need to add generated images. Go to user, create new field, generated images. That is a generated image data type, and this field is a list. It's a list of images. Click create. All right, done. We need to design the image generation page. So first I'm going to go add a new page with AI. Is there a type of page that will fit this image generator? It doesn't look like it. So let's close that. Instead, I'm going to go add a new page, call it image generation, hit create. I'm going to double click on it, make it a column layout. Let's call it image generation. I'm going to make this page extremely simple, but let's grab a multi-line input instead. There we go. Center it on the page. Let's go 50 from the top. Let's name it prompt, and then a button below that. This is called generate. Let's center it. We'll go 25 from the element above it. And then it wants a repeating group. So we'll go repeating group, drag it onto the page, center it on the page. Let's go 1 row, 2 columns, 800 max width, 25 from the top. The repeating group content will be generated images, and the data source is going to be current users generated images. Let's grab an image element, drag it into the first repeating group item. I'm going to center it, keep the element aspect ratio fixed. Let's make it 1:1, maybe 250 pixels. Let's add some margins from the top and bottom, left and right. Puts it right in the middle. And that image is going to be dynamic, which is current cells generated image. So we need a plugin. Let's go add plugins. I'm going to search OpenAI, and I found this one, OpenAI DALL-E, generate AI images. Let's install this plugin. It creates some actions in our app, but we need an API key. So I'm going to go to the plugin page to see how we need to input that API key. And it wants us to put bearer space and then the API key. So let's go to platform.openai.com. I'm going to go to dashboard, login, API keys, create new secret key, create secret key, copy this key, go to the plugin, go bearer space, paste my secret key in. Let's copy this whole thing, put it into dev as well. Now on the design tab, when the generate button is clicked, we're going to add an action, plugins, DALL-E 3 advanced. The prompt is going to be multi-line input prompts value, and then let's keep everything else the same. Then add an action, data, create a new thing. The type is going to be generated image. The prompt is going to be that same thing, multi-line input prompts value. The user is going to be current user, and the image is going to be the result of step 1, body, first items, URL, and then we can go save to S3. That saves it to our database, and we'll just call it image. Then I'm going to add another action, data, make changes to a thing. The current user, we're going to go generated images, add the result of step 2. So this image, we are going to add it to this user. Let's test it out. I'm going to write a hippo with a cape flying over New York City. Let's click generate. And there we go. There's our image generated. I can right click, go open image in new tab and see the full image. To me, that looks like DALL-E 2. I'm actually going to add another plugin, search API connector, click install. We are going to do it manually. I'm going to call it OpenAI, add a shared header, authorization, Let's go to this plugin, copy the bare secret key, paste it in. Let's go to their docs to see what else we need. Let's find images. We need a content type application JSON. So I'm going to copy this. Let's add a shared header. Go application/JSON. Let's create an API call, generate image. It is an action post request. We're posting to this URL. There we go. Now for the JSON body, I'm going to copy their example here, paste it in. Let's remove the prompt. Go like this instead. Type in anything there. Initialize call. All right, seems that it went through okay. I'm going to click save. Let's uninstall this old plugin. Let's go back to the workflows. We're going to add an action, plugins, generate image. Let's move it to the start. The prompt is multi-line input prompts value. Now I have to fix some stuff here. Result of step 1, data, first items, URL. This time I have to go used as image and then save to S3. We're going to call it image. Everything else can stay the same. Let's refresh this page. Let's use the same prompt. I'm going to click generate, and there we go, much better. So for sure this was DALL-E 2. That's why I always like to add API calls manually. I'm going to double click on the repeating group and then sort by. We're going to do creation date and then descending equals yes. So then now the most recent images will appear first. I can go to the build guide, check all of these, and we previewed and tested it. Now it wants an image gallery page. I'm going to go add new page with AI. Let's see if any of these would work. Maybe a product listing page. Let's try this. I'm going to write AI image generation app, black and white, modern font, click generate with AI. It's adding one more field to the user data type, and that's favorite images. So I'm going to copy this, go to data, create a new field, paste that in. The field type will be generated image. This is a list, hit create. Let's see what the AI did for our page. No, this is more like a shop page. So this won't work either. I'm going to delete this. So let's do it manually. Add a new page. Let's go gallery, hit create. I'm going to double click on this page, make it column layout. Let's call it gallery. Let's look through our components, and maybe there is something that we can use. Here, maybe this photos component. Yeah, that might work. I'm going to scroll up. Let's drag that onto the page. I don't know why default they make the type of content text. Some of these pre-built things in Bubble don't make any sense to me. Clearly the type of content is at least images. I don't know where the text is coming from, but let's go generated image, current users, generated images. Let's add some margins, 25 all the way around. We need a like button to add it to the favorite images. So let's go to icon, add it into the repeating group. Let's center it. Maybe on the bottom, we're going to do just 10. Let's remove some of this padding to make the star bigger. And this image in the middle is going to be dynamic. Current cells, generated image, image. When the star is clicked, we're going to go data, make changes to a thing, change the current user, and the field is favorite images, add current cells, generated image. Then I can click on the star, go to condition, add a new condition when current users favorite images contains the current cells generated image. I can change the icon to a full star. Let's see how that looks. Perfect. Let's preview the page. We have two images. If I click this star, it highlights black. And if I go to data, app data, we see it in our favorite images. So on this gallery page, I think I want to add two tabs. Gallery, we're going to fit width to content. And then I'm going to copy this text, paste it again. Let's select both of these, group elements in, row container, fit width to content, apply a gap spacing. Let's go 20 pixels. Let's remove the min height. And this one we're going to call favorites. Let's add a state to the page. I'm going to go tab. The state type will be text. Hit create. The default value will be gallery. And we'll click this, add workflow. element action, set state, gallery, tab. It's going to be called gallery. And then we'll do the same for favorites, element action, set state, gallery, tab, this time favorites. Then I can go to design, click on the repeating group, add a condition when the page tab state is favorites. We can go data source, current users, favorite images. All right, let's preview. So here we are on gallery. It shows all the images. If I click favorites, it should only show one image, and that is this hippo one. Let's click the tab. Bingo. Let's go back to gallery. Shows them both. Favorites only shows the one. Okay, let's check all of these off. It wants an image download functionality. I could add a button that says download image, but you could always right click, save image as, download it to your computer, and you could write in some text to save the image, just right click. So I don't think I need that. We did image favoriting. I do like the delete image option. So let's add another icon into the repeating group. I'm going to search for delete. Here is a garbage can icon. Let's remove all of the padding again. Try to make it the same size as the other icon. And I'm going to hold both of these, right click, group elements in a row container. Let's fit width to content. Add some spacing in between, maybe 20 pixels. Let's make this garbage can icon red. There we go. And when this icon is clicked, we're going to go data, delete a thing, and let's delete the parent group's generated image. So preview the page. We have these two images. If I click this delete button, boom, it deletes it from my gallery. Let's do one more page. It wants us to create a prompt history page. Let's follow along. It wants us to add another field to the user data type called prompt history. Let's copy this. I'm going to go to data, data types in the user, create a new field, call this prompt history. This is going to be text. It wants it to be a list. Hit create. It also wants another data type called prompt, where we have a text, use date, and the user. So I'm just thinking right now, and I don't know if this is necessary. Same with the prompt history field, because we already connected generated images, which means we can grab any field on that data type, and we already have stored the prompt. So I'm going to remove this, delete, and instead in the gallery page, I'm just going to add a text element into the cell of the repeating group. Let's put it below the icons. I'm going to add some margins from the left and right. Let's go to appearance, and it's going to be dynamic. We're going to go current cells generated image prompt. So if I hit preview and scroll down, we can see the prompt that was used. A hippo with a cape flying over New York City. Let's center this text, refresh the page. There we go. I do like the idea of a user profile page, and for that we can actually use the AI feature. So go view more, let's go user profile, hit next. I'm going to use that same prompt as before, just to give it some style variables. Let's click generate with AI. All right, here's our page. So for the name, this is dynamic. Current users, name. For the image, it's going to be dynamic. Current users, profile picture. We don't have an input for this yet. For the cover photo, we're going to go insert dynamic data. I like the idea of current users, generated images, last item, image, and then the run mode rendering is going to be zoom. So let's preview this page quickly. Yeah, and it shows that hippo image zoomed in, but I can go question mark, ignore IMGIX, refresh the page, and that should make it a higher quality. I'm going to delete this button that says edit profile. Let's add a picture uploader right in here. Name it edit avatar. Let's make the font white, and then workflow. When an input value is changed, this will be the picture uploader. We're going to go data, make changes to a thing, current user, and then the profile picture will be this picture uploader's value. Then add an action, element action, reset inputs. So let's reload the page. Let's click the edit avatar button. Let's use my YouTube profile picture. Boom, it shows right there. Next, I'm going to scroll down, and in the photo section, it's going to be generated images. Let's clear this expression. Current users, generated images. And then the image here will be dynamic. Same thing as the gallery page. Current cells generated image, image. And scrolling down, there we go. There are my photos. I can even change the connections here to prompts. Let's delete this image, delete this text. Then I can click on this repeating group, go generated image. The data source will be current users, generated images. This group needs to be generated images, current cells generated image. And then the text will be parent groups, generated image, prompt. Let's preview the page, and then we can see a list of our prompts. Rename this profile. Page title will be profile. I think these AI pages are a bit overkill for what you need. Unless you're making an app with exactly this type of content. With this showing posts, it appears this is a social media app of some sort. I don't think the AI pages are going to help much. I wanted to try to add one in this app, but it's going to need a lot of editing. If I were to do this for real, I would probably just create a profile page from scratch. But to finish everything off, let's go add a new reusable element. Let's call it header. Hit create. I'm going to change this to a row, make it 800 for the builder width. For the height, let's put 50. Let's make the background black. Then start adding some text. The background style of this text, let's make it like a gray, maybe a dark gray. We'll make the text white, thicker text, maybe 15 for the font size. For the padding, let's go 5 pixels all the way around. Let's center it on the header. First one is going to be gallery. Actually, I'm going to make it a bit larger. Let's go 10 padding right and left. Copy this. I'm going to put everything on the right side. Apply a gap spacing, 20 pixels. Let's make this 20 pixels from the right. Let's name this one profile. Go copy, paste, move it here. This one will be called generate. This tab, we're going to navigate, go to page, image generation. This gallery, add workflow, navigation, go to page, gallery. And then this profile, add workflow, navigation, go to page, profile. Let's go to the gallery page. We are going to find that header reusable element, paste it onto the page. All right, there we go. Let's go to image generation. Let's do the same thing, header, paste it onto the page. And then in the profile page, let's delete this header. I'm going to make the background white and then paste it onto the page. We have one error, and that is on the login page. We forgot to add the action navigate to. When you log in, let's navigate to the gallery page. And let's do the same for the sign up page. Before it was going to index, let's make it go to the gallery. Okay, time to test everything out. This is a very simple AI image generator app that I built with Bubble's AI build guides and Bubble's AI pages, which I don't really like right now. The build guides were helpful, so I think that's a step in the right direction, but the Bubble AI pages still need a lot of work. So on the sign up page, let's pretend we already have an account. That goes to the login page, create new account, goes to the sign up page. Let's sign up. Wes Frank, email wesfrank@gmail.com, password 12345, re-enter that password, click sign up. It takes me to the gallery page. I have no images right now. Let's click generate. Here's the AI image generation page. I'm going to write a woman eating ice cream in the hot sun. The ice cream is melting. Let's click generate. There we go. Let's change the prompt a little bit. I'm going to change it from hot summer to dead of winter. And then now the ice cream is frozen. Let's click generate. There we go. Those 2 different pictures. Now if I go to gallery, they will be much bigger right here. I can delete any of them, see the prompt that was used. This one is dead of winter. This one is hot sun. I'm going to favorite this one. So if I click on favorites, that image shows. If I go to gallery, both images show. If I click on profile, it will go to my profile page. That's my latest image zoomed in. I'm going to edit avatar. Let's use me as Larry David. There we go. Here's a list of our prompts. Here's our photos. And we haven't did anything with the post section yet. Let's stop the timer. That simple app was made in just over 1 hour and 15 minutes. I would say that the build guides helped me create the database quicker. It helped with the thinking process there. That maybe saved me about 30 minutes. The AI pages actually took more time. So I'm going to say that actually made things a bit slower, especially for our use case. If building apps in Bubble interests you, I suggest checking out my online course, How to Build a Custom AI App. This will help you turn all of your app ideas into a reality. If they're an AI app idea, like an AI content generator, an AI image generator, creating AI agents, whatever it is, the section on adding AI features will be relevant for you. It shows you how to connect all the latest AI APIs. We're also in the process of creating a bunch of AI agents for your business. Things like auto blogging, auto marketing, LinkedIn and Reddit bots, even auto responding to YouTube comments. I have videos about all of these AI agents. I'll leave a link to the video playlist in the description. And if you like this video, I put 2 more on the screen right now. Both have been catered to your personal YouTube watch history. Give one of them a click for me, give it a watch, and I'll see you in there. Peace.